G'day guys, welcome back. So we're on the Calais wagon again today. Goals for today, we're going to install our new intercooler and we're going to build a pipe from the turbo to the intercooler, and then we're going to have a look at the trans. We're going to install a deep sump and have a look at the transbrake. Alright, let's get moving. Alrighty, intercooler finally turned up. So we've got the fully hectic special 600 376. The staple light for many VLs over the years. Let's have a look at this bad boy. 220 bucks off eBay, and it'll do the job nicely. All the chrome for the bling. Let's get this thing fitted up. Pulling a headlight out of one of these VLs, just be wary. Not only do you have one screw here, one here at the top, you've also got one here at the side and one down there. This one's kindly been broken off, so we don't have to worry about that one. Okay, so got both headlights out and plenty of nastiness, as you would expect. So these here are your little clips. They for that top mould that goes across the front bar, they just slide under that. Coach bolts or whatever they are. Anyway, moving on. Oh, bottle lid, why not? That looks like it's the piece off our headlight. Lovely. Rightio. Got our intercooler mounted. She's got two, I think they're about an M8 bolt, don't quote me, bolted through there, only about half an inch long, or should I say 1 inch long, with washers. So if you have a look, it's a little springy. So what we'll do is we'll make some mounts from the bottom back to radiator support. Okay, let's get on it. Okay, I've got a little bit of stock here. This is what we're going to make the lower mounts out of. 1.6 was a meter of it. She's been cut now. It doesn't need to do anything other than stop it swinging in the breeze. I mean, you're not going to go running into something. Honestly, if you run into something, you fuck the intercooler anyway, so it'll do fine. Remember kids, always take your sharp edges off. Okay. Okay, after adding lower brackets, you can see there's no movement in that anymore. Sorted. Alright, let's kick off these cooler pipes. Now we've got our intercooler mounted. So I've got two 3" 90° silicone bands on each side, pointing back towards the car. So Go with a 90 there. Which brings us out here. We'll cut that back, put another 90 on that, run that straight up, and then it comes into a bit of a 45 just here, and then it'll run back to a 90 and then straight back. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is what we've come up with. 90 degrees straight off the turbo housing. This here, we will throw another 30 mil. See, as you can see, the bead's right there. So we need a little bit more clearance just to get around this pump here. So we'll weld another 30 mil piece on that with a bead. Don't mind the joiners, they're just to give me the angle so I know where I'm going. We'll put a 45 in here. That gets you down there. And then we'll run a 90 and another 90. Don't worry, there's another silicone joint there. That's just holding it together. So we should have it so there's just one 90 mil silicone off the intercooler and one there off the compressor housing. That should do it. Now, I'm not going to be able to do the other side because we're waiting for the plenum. Okay, so my mate Nathan's been working on this intake manifold for us, and the plan was to do a Rajab style. So it's an NA manifold with the centre chopped out of it. I'll put in a photo here of what they look like. Now, anyway, so it basically has a bit of pipe welded in here with like a 45-degree bend and a throttle body. We started off with a bit of 4-inch pipe. Turns out too big, so we interfere with the bonnet, and also with, well, if we roll it down far enough to clear the bonnet, we interfere with the injector rail, which is normally here. So we've gone back to some 3-inch pipe. As you can see, it actually fits a lot nicer, it's a lot smaller, and after looking around, everyone seems to use 3-inch, so I'm guessing this is why. Only downside is I've already bought a throttle body. This big boy is an 80mm throttle body. That's all good. I'll just have to buy 70mm. That's just not going to work for us. So we'll do that. This here is a factory VL turbo throttle body. Quite small actually. So we'll throw a tape measure on this and just see where she measures up. So what do we got there? It's like a 55mm or so. So now VL's actually been 9s on factory throttle body, so it's not like it really needs it. It's just, it fits the plan that I'm going with the car. I don't want to use some crusty old throttle body when I can just buy one that looks all right for relatively cheap. So the battery is actually becoming a bit of a pain in the butt. I think regardless of the fact that it's a Calais wagon and all that, I think I'm just going to remove the battery tray and put it in the back. It's just getting in the way of everything, and it's making everything harder to work with. So that'll free up everything on this side, and that side will all be free up because we're not running an airbox or anything. We just got the freestanding air cleaner off the front of the turbo. So that should clean everything up nice. The plan for the bay is to have literally everything black, but just the actual bay itself to be body colour. Very similar to how I've done the VC. Now, hand-me-down fan from the VC. It's a Spal fan or something like that, 14-inch. Seemed to work pretty good cooling that one, so in she goes. That just frees up a lot more room down here for our cooler pipes. Okay, moving on, we'll start looking at this trimatic transmission. Now, all I'm really doing is putting a deep vein, like a deep sump on it for a bit more oil capacity. So we'll quickly chuck that on, but I thought you might be interested in the transbrake. Now, I've never actually seen a transbrake like this before, but it's got like a Mac valve installed in the bottom of it, and it's a pretty sneaky install. I'm not sure why it's done this way, but it's pretty cool anyway. Rightio, so we got the pan off. As you can see, the box is really clean inside. It actually is brand new. It's been fully rebuilt. But there's our MAC valve and our copper lines. So see, the activation switch goes through here, which is your, I think it's your reverse light switch from standard. And the other side's grounded inside the box. So we'll have to run an earth wire from the body to the gearbox. But pretty sneaky install. Alright, so next up we've got to pull the filter off and put the filter adapter on. So when I say adapter, it's like a inch long block just to space the filter down, further into the sump, so it still catches the oil in the bottom of the sump. The install was pretty simple. There was a couple of things I had to clearance on this particular pan, on this particular gearbox. Every gearbox is different. Just on this one, I had a few clearance things I had to open up. I just a simple burr grinder with an aluminium bit, cleaned it up. So nothing too exciting there, but here it is going on. Okay, and that's all done.